Welcome to GeeksMemory. You've been on BGS. The event already has 14 editions and a lot of history. Today I will guide you for 10 epic moments that shape this event. But before, already leaves the like and subscribes to give that strength to the channel. Our first moment, it's there. 2011 BGS gains another scale when Sony embraces the event, bringing a great event focused on Xperia play becomes the symbol of the moment. At a time when mobile games were not as strong as they are today, be able to use the cell phone with a control was very bold for the time. In addition, had a live demo. Many gifts. The message Sony wanted to give was clear. Brazil is on the radar. This was the first of many epic moments we had BGS throughout its history. In 2012, Sony takes the place again with a special bundle of PS3 Super Slim designed, especially for Brazilian market, and it doesn't stop there. Also announces the cross-buy. What was it? Bought the game on Play 3, threw it on the PSP Vita without paying a second time. A curiosity is that within this pack, the game that came with it was the PS All-Stars. Who remembers that Smash Bros from Sony? One of the most emotional moments we've had throughout all these BGs was when Charles Martinet, simply the voice of the Mario Bros for decades, came in its year 2000 edition. Charles letting go of your "It's me, Mario" alive. Your oople, let's go, and made everyone in the pavilion shake. Giant rows, autographs, selfies, all this at meet and greet. A guy who'd every fan as a great protagonist of his games. Many tears passed. This is one of the most special moments throughout the BGS. In 2015, BGS enters the circuit of global premieres, the famous world premiere. The screen goes out and Capcom introduces us to a scenario that is very reminiscent of Rio de Janeiro. On screen, a woman all dressed in green, remembering the colors of Brazilian flag. Who is she? Laura Matsuda. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist, the trailer and the gameplay. Enjoy the fans at the time, producer Yoshinori Ono. Even jokes saying that now there is an ecosystem that represents Brazil and it's not green. Our dear Blanca-chan, it was the moment that BGS introduced and spoke. Here you can bring world premiere. We have an audience for that. In 2017, the climate was one of celebration as legendary creator Hideo Kojima came to BGS. Hideo Kojima is simply the creator of the Metal Gear franchises and Death Stranding, in addition to being one of the creators of the PT demo, very famous about horror games. At the fair, participated in many panels, see the fans, gave autograph and took pictures, but it was a very symbolic moment, the fact that he received Lifetime Achievement Reward. He had left Konami in 2015, and at the time, we still didn't know what would become of the future of the legendary creator. By luck, proved to be a great success with the franchise Death Stranding. Still in 2017, on the green side of the force, simply the Xbox brand brings its boss. Phil Spencer steps to Brazil and participates in BGS, bringing a message loud and clear for all fans of the brand and your players that Brazil is strategic, and more the Xbox brand need to connect with your community. What has been done over all these years. 2017, it really was a remarkable year for BGS. In 2018, Capcom makes another milestone in BGS history, actually two, bringing playable demos from Resident Evil 2 Remake and Devil May Cry 5. In addition to their respective producers participando to meet and greets, giving autographs and taking pictures with fans, in addition to talk sessions to pass on the announcements of the new games. The demos were a complete success of both games, speaking specifically of Resident Evil 2, in addition to bringing the fan base back to Recon City, extremely important scenario for the franchise, brings back Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield with next-generation graphics and with a more modern camera. A game we know, but not exactly as we remembered. What did it do? Tremendous success with the fan base at the fair. Talking about Devil May Cry 5. The franchise returned to the numbered series after a remake that the fan base did not like very much with a memorable soundtrack. And in the absence of a protagonist, we have 3. From Devil May Cry 4 Nero, Dante, our main protagonist from Devil May Cry 1 to Devil May Cry 3, and introduce a mystery character, V, that brought a gameplay more strategic through the invocation of their dark beasts. With this, the demo was also a tremendous success, a fan-base feedback that certainly takes us to the ranking SSS from Devil May Cry franchise. In the 2019 edition, we had a return and a fantastic reunion. Reunion of who? It's Nintendo, the famous Big N. Since 2015, Nintendo was far from Brazil because he had left the country, but in 2019, she decided to come back strong with a stand of more than 1,000 square meters, all themed with the main characters of the franchise. There had places to take a picture with the fans, several gifts and games, so much games to test that had already been released as demos of unpublished games. The message was given of Big N wanted to make a rapprochement with the Brazilian community, and BGS was the stage where it all took place. In 2022, the return to the epic was guaranteed after the COVID pandemic that took the world and ended up canceling the 2020 editions and 2021. 2022 was guaranteed with a historical and longest edition, 7 days of BGs. BGs brought a little bit of everything to kill the waiting time, from influencers, legendary creators, game releases, game demos, VR, photo space, and much more. It was a fair that was marked a little for your disorganization of having tried to focus a little on everything, but also time to kill longing that everyone was missing this fair so much. In the edition of 2025, BG's returns with legendary creator Hideo Kojima, bringing its big launch Death Stranding 2 for the fair, where we will have many questions, autograph sessions, and photos with the legendary creator, in addition to the dissemination of its Orchestra O Death Stranger World Stranger Tour, which will be presented exclusively at BGS, and they're prepared to find the beach again. And those were 10 moments that made their mark on BGs, from global brands, premieres, and encounters with legendary industry figures. Tell me in the comments if you've ever experienced any of those moments in the video. Or if I forgot any comment there, like the video, leave a like, and subscribe to have more content of this type, and send this video to that friend of yours who loves to go on BGS with you.